Gusto ko lang i-point out talaga na ang nakikita ko business na kayo Yeah, from all the data that's in front of me. Kasi your investment in time deposits, local currency, amounts to 135 billion in 2023. While in 2022, it was 126.4 billion. So, it's isa-isang taon, nag-invest kayo sa time deposit by 10 billion. So, now, we go to the other investment that you have.
Mr. Chair, just a
Hindi,
quick...
para malaman na ng tao.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, just a quick...
No, you let me finish first. Kasi you also have investment sa securities. Tama po. And I would like to read yung investment in government bonds in 2022, 270.7 billion. In 2023, 331.6 billion. You could just imagine that. Ang lalaki. Now, investment in corporate bonds from 1.1 billion to 4.4 billion. So, ang utak po ninyo ay investment. Hindi po service. The way I look at the data. Now, you also have earnings doon po sa right of use. Tama po. And I think it would amount to 1+ billion a year. So, ang dami-dami ninyong kwan dito sa data na nandito sa harapan ko. So, why is it like that? Hindi po para sa tao ang nangyayari na yung the money of PhilHealth should be used to increase the package or to decrease the contribution. I don't see that in the data that's available to this representation.
Can I comment, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Again, Mr. Chair, thank you so much. We are not... everything you mentioned was true. We are not refuting everything that was mentioned by Honorable Acop. Again, like I said earlier, we have to change our policy, or we have already begun to change our policy. So yes, it is showing that our investments are increasing, so and so. But again, I'm humbly asking this honorable committee to give us just a little more patience. It's very clear what direction we're taking po, and our focus on benefit expansion will continue to be as aggressive, and in the next few years, iiba yung trend po at iikot yon. So I just want to mention that po. We hear you loud and clear, Mr. Chair. We are changing our direction, we are changing our policy, and we will get there. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. The Chair would like to recognize the Honorable Panaligan.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, for recognizing me. Finally. Yes po. Meron pa kasi akong duty sa plenary as a floor leader. But so far, Mr. Chair, sa ating pagkatanong kanina at sagot ng PhilHealth, tumalabas na ang PhilHealth pala ay hindi lang maraming pera, kundi napakaraming pera nila. Napakalaki ng pera ng PhilHealth. And in the words of Mr. Ledesma himself, ay maayos ang financial condition ng PhilHealth. Ano? Correct. Kaya lamang yung perennial issue natin, yung napakababa ng coverage ng benefits ng PhilHealth na idinadaing ng maraming kababayan natin. Kami bilang district congressmen, araw-araw yan ang aming nakaka-enkwentro sa aming mga district offices. Pila para makatanggap ng mamahingi ng tulong yung MAIP. Ano? Hindi mangyayari yan kung ang PhilHealth ay may enough coverage, mataas ang coverage. Ano? Kaya sabi ng Sir Desma, be patient daw, little patience. Pero hindi po namin maring sabihin niya sa mga kababayan natin na kailangan ilabas ng ospital. Ngayon, hindi pwede sabihin yan na be patient sa mga tao na kailangan operahin na. Kailangan mag-undergo ng heart bypass, for example, sa heart center. At lalo hindi pwedeng sabihin niya sa mga kababayan natin na namatayan, hindi may labas ang kanilang mahal sa buhay na namatay sa ospital kasi kulang pa. Kaya I think, Mr. Ledesma, we cannot wait. No? Hindi pwedeng sagot na be patient. Ano? Patience ang kailangan. We have to act now. So, sa iyong sabi kanina sa iyong opening statement, sabi mo kanina na ang PhilHealth as of November 2024 ay merong 150 billion surplus, 280 billion reserve funds, and 490 billion investment funds. Can you confirm this again?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Chair.
So napakaraming pondo, no? Saan ang galing ito? Like yung 150 billion surplus. Ano ang pinanggalingan nito? Savings ba yan or whatever? Saan po nang galing yung 150 billion na surplus? Can you define yung surplus?
Mr. Chair, if I can go back lang to the very first point that Kong Manuel mentioned, sabi niya, napakalaking pera ng PhilHealth, saan ba nanggaling lahat ng pera namin? No? If I can answer that question this way, no? There are three main reasons paano lumaki yung pondo ng PhilHealth through the years. No? The first reason po is it's been 12 years since the case packages have been enhanced. So 12 years po yun hindi nagagalaw, no? Nagumpisa lang yan in the last 2 years, no? That's the first. Pangalawa po, nung pandemic po, yung COVID, diba, that was for 2.5 years. Lahat po ng tao, including I think ourselves in this room, natakot po pumunta sa hospital, natakot po lumabas ng bahay, natakot pumunta sa doktor kasi baka magka-COVID. So, very few were going to the hospitals for treatment. Kaya again, nagkukumpol yung pera.
So ito
yung pangatlo po, sorry po if I can be allowed to, yung pangatlo po is dahil, like I also mentioned earlier, yung premium contributions kasi set by law yun, diba? So kahit hindi po namin kailangan yung pera dahil nagkukumpul-kumpul na nga dahil because of the first two reasons I mentioned earlier, we still have to implement the increase in premium contributions kasi nakaset na yan by law diba? So kahit hindi namin kailangan yung pera, tumataas pa rin yung binabayad sa amin ng mga tao. So those three are the main reasons why PhilHealth suddenly accumulated a huge amount of money po, no? So I don't know if that answers your question, Mr. Chair.
Meron pa kayong reserve fund na 280 billion, ano?
Yes po.
Yes, so saan ito attributable ang reserve fund na 280 billion?
It's the requirement of the law. Again po, na it's very clear sa provision po na yan yung requirement po.
At 490 billion investable funds, correct?
Yes po. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Alright. Now, sa Section 37 ng RA 11223, yung Universal Healthcare Law, naka-enumerate yung sources of funds ng PhilHealth, ano? Ang letter A, incremental sin tax collections. Would you know at this point kung magkano ang naging share ng PhilHealth from sin tax collections?
Yes po. We can give you that figure po. Just a minute po. Mr. Chair, with your indulgence, we'll just be given a few seconds. We have that number po.
Siguro tuloy-tuloy na, ano,
Sige po.
number 2 na source ng inyong pondo ng PhilHealth ay yung 50% of the national government share from the income of PAGCOR. Correct? So, magkano rin po ang share ninyo, yung 50% na yon as of November 2024. And next, letter C, 40% of the charity fund, net of documentary stamp tax payments and mandatory contributions of the PCSO. Yung po ay source din ng fund ng PhilHealth. And letter D, premium contributions of members, ano? Meron pang dalawa, but I'll go to that later, no? So yun ang first 4 sources of funds ng PhilHealth. Magkano ngayon ang inyong, as of 2024, magkano ang pondo ng PhilHealth arising from these fund sources?
First 4. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. If I can allow our SVP for Finance to address the query po. Thank you po.
Maraming salamat, Mr. President. Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mr. Lim Siaco.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. For the question on the contribution of PhilHealth from the Syntax, Mr. Chair, I have here figure year 2019 until year 2024, Mr. Chair. For year 2019 po, the GAA ay 67.35 billion. Year 2020, that's 71.35 billion. Same amount in the year 2021. And 2022, that is 79.99 billion, Mr. Chair. Year 2023, the total, Mr. Chair, is 100.23 dahil meron itong 21.17 from PCSO in PAGCOR. And year 2024, Mr. Chair, ang total ay 61.451. Again, meron din itong 21.17 from PCSO in PAGCOR, Mr. Chair, meaning 40 billion po from PCSO in PAGCOR in the year 2024, Mr. Chair. And in the year 2023, more or less nasa 80 billion po siya, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
Another source ng inyong pondo, yung annual appropriations of the DOH included in the GAA. Nakalagay doon eh. So would you know, yung kung magkano ang sa GAA na annual appropriations of the DOH including the GAA for PhilHealth. So ito ay iba doon sa subsidy. Am I right?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, please proceed.
maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. The one big subsidy for PhilHealth for the premium of our indigent po, ito na po yung sinabi po ko kanina, na appropriation from the Syntax and the PCSO in PAGCOR, Mr. Chair.
Yes. But Mr. Chair, no, aside from the share ng PhilHealth from the Syntax, from PCSO, meron pa yung nakalagay dito sa batas, yung annual appropriations of DOH, including the GAA. That's letter E. At ang letter D, yung National Government Subsidy to PhilHealth. Ito yung issue ngayon, di ba? So iba pa yung annual appropriation ng DOH sa annual subsidy.
Mr. Chair,
Please continue.
Mr. Chair, we got only the national government subsidy to PhilHealth included in the GAA. But Mr. Chair, this one is under the Department of Health GAA or budget, Mr. Chair.
So Mr. Chair, malinaw naman na ang maraming sources ang PhilHealth ng kanilang pondo, no? Hindi lamang yung subsidy ng national government that is appropriated in the General Appropriations Act. Napag natin kanina, malaki ang kanilang share from Syntaxes, from PCSO, no? And other sources from PAGCOR. So you agree, Mr. Ledesma, hindi lang yung subsidy na nasa GAA ang inyong sources of income.
Mr. Chair,
Please continue.
sa ngayon, Mr. Chair, ang ating sources of income or
Sources ng inyong pondo.
ng pondo, dalawa po, one from the direct, ito po yung premium ng employed at saka self-employed po, paying members. And sa indirect po, we have the Syntax, and then ito po yung PCSO in PAGCOR, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
Yung ating pinupunta dito. So, hindi lang yung subsidy, yung 74 billion na naalis, yung 90 billion last or this year na pinabalik ng National Treasury, no, ng finance sa National Treasury. So kahit wala yung subsidy na yon, marami pa rin ang pondo ng PhilHealth. Correct?
Correct, Mr. Chair.
At hindi makaka-apekto yon sa inyong benefit payments.
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
Yun. So klaro yun, ano?
Klaro yun, Mr.
Kahit
Chair.
na wala yung subsidy for 2025, ay itong sinabi mo na i-increase na ninyo ang coverage sa mga case rate, hindi maapektuhan. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin yun.
Actually, yes, Mr. Chair. And in fact, Mr. Chair, I was highlighting that in the video I said earlier.
Yes, yun nga.
And in my opening statement, walang apektado po.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, no, sa iyo iba kasi mga nagko-comment, sabi, yung pag-alis ng subsidy, nanggaling sa Syntax yun, no, sa other share. So, klaro naman yun, na hindi yung kinuha, hindi naapektuhan yung ibang share nila. And I think PhilHealth should really clarify that, maging klaro talaga, i-amplify ninyo yung paliwanag na yun, alam nyo, Mr. Chair, and Mr. Ledesma, alam naman natin, naging reaksyon ng ibang sektor noong after BICAM ay nawala yung subsidy, hindi magkakaroon ng ganyang reaksyon ang ibang sektor kung kontento sana sila sa benefits na binabayad ng PhilHealth. Kaya nagkaroon ng issue ito or controversy dahil nga hindi natutuwa, hindi satisfied ang maraming kababayan natin sa benefits na binabayad ng PhilHealth sa kanilang hospitalization. Kaya sana yung inyong pangako na i-increase ng 50% ay yung case rate coverage ay matuloy. Hindi na siguro kailangan sabihin na wait for a little more patience. Kailangan na kasi ito. You made that promise, tanda ko, nung budget hearing ng DOH and PhilHealth way back in August, presented over by Senior Vice Chair Stella Kimbo. So December na ngayon. So hanggang kailan kayo mag-aantay? Sana ma-formalize na yan. And I remember sa plenary session ng budget, inabot kami ng 3 o'clock in the morning dahil nga sa issue na yan. We were really extracting commitments from PhilHealth, na papagtibay itong expansion ng coverage and increase in the benefit payments. Please do not tell us to be patient anymore. Hindi namin pwede paliwanag yan sa taong bayan. So talagang aasahan namin ito, Mr. Desma?
Yeah, yes, Mr. Chair. Duly noted, Mr. Chair.
Yes. One more point, Mr. Chair,
Please continue.
Yung nabasa ko sa ibang issue, inalis natin yung subsidy, pero in-increasean yung MAIP, nasabi ko na kanina, lumalabas, hindi lang naman yung subsidy ang source ng pondo ng PhilHealth. Mas malaki pa yung i-discuss kanina ng ating kasama rito, yung share nila sa syntaxes, and PAGCOR, etc., kaysa dun sa subsidy na inalis. Yung pong MAIP, that can be rendered unnecessary kung tataasan nyo talaga ang coverage. If you would expand the coverage, baka dumating ang punto na hindi na kailangan ang MAIP. That will be rendered unnecessary. Hindi na kailangan pumila ang mga tao sa aming opisina. Diretso na sa PhilHealth. Di po ba? Do you agree?
I agree, Mr. Chair, and I just want to reiterate po, next month nga, we'll come out with another 50% almost across the board. So that's already 80% for the year po. So yes, I agree completely, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Babantayan po namin yan. Ang siguro sa committee ito, sa Committee on Appropriations, maybe magkakaroon kami ng oversight hearing at babantayan po namin yung inyong pangako na tataasan ninyo ang coverage ng PhilHealth, para hindi na kailangan pang aasa sa MAIP.
Actually, Mr. Chair. Actually po, thank you po. We strongly encourage, bantayin nyo po. And just want to inform you, we just had a board meeting the other day po. Na-approve na po ng board yung 50% increase almost across the board. So, our board is chaired by Honorable DOH Secretary Herbosa. So, okay na yan po. Implementation na lang po.
Salamat po.
Thank you rin po.
Gusto ko lang bigyan din, yung zero subsidy doesn't mean zero budget for PhilHealth. Malinaw yun, Zero subsidy doesn't mean zero budget. Kasi ang laki pa ng pera ng PhilHealth kahit wala yung subsidy.
Mr. Chair. Yes
Please
po.
continue.
That's very clear po. And actually po, yung video po na inano ko kanina, we're disseminating that to the media para it is very clear na PhilHealth can continue with the benefit expansion kahit wala pong subsidy. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
And also, Mr. Chair, nabanggit nyo kanina that you looked into the background of Mr. Ledesma. We do not denigrate his background qualifications. Kailangan din naman talaga ay magaling sa financial management ang humahawak ng PhilHealth kasi they're allowed to invest part of their funds para lumaki pa ang kanilang pondo. But more than competence in financial management, we also expect from them, from PhilHealth, yung sense of compassion sa taong bayan, lalo sa mga mahihirap. Kasi healthcare ang pinag-uusapan dito Kung meron may isang problema ang mga Pilipino, yung mga mahihirap, ay yung healthcare expenses nila. Next to food expenses, yung healthcare expenses. Kaya talagang PhilHealth ang ating inaasahan, nasasalo sa ating mga mahihirap na kababayan. Kay call on PhilHealth na talagang gawing agresibo pa. Gamitin rin yung perang napakalaki para dagdagan, palakihin pa ang benefit sa ating mga kababayang nasa ospital. Yun ang aming gustong asahan sa PhilHealth.
Actually, Mr. Chair. Yeah. Mr. Chair, can I respond?
Yes, please.
Actually, Mr. Chair, Again, duly noted po. And it's very clear po from day one, yung marching orders po namin galing sa kay President Marcos at kay Speaker Martin. And they've constantly been following up, no? They're monitoring the improvements of PhilHealth. Kaya wala kaming choice po. Tuloy-tuloy talaga namin to, no? We are taking the marching orders seriously. And like I said po, we will deliver immediately po. Thank you po.
Sige po, amin pong babantayan yan sa darating na bagong taon. No?
Yes po.
Baka magkaroon rin pa bagong hearing itong committee ito, even yung Appropriations Committee. May oversight power naman kami. So yan po ang ating unang itatanong sa inyo kung effective na yung inyong increase in case rate coverage. And final point po, Mr. Chair, no, kayo ay part ng Executive Department. No? You are directly under the President, no, as an executive agency. Of course, ang ating unang pagpinagiling ko na yung taong bayan, the Filipino people in general. But you should also serve the President, no? Yung kasing ikagagaling ng administrasyon, nakasalalay sa inyo sa aspetong ito yung healthcare, no? Bukod sa food security. Kaya sinabi ko na isang araw doon sa meeting ng Tintacom sa DA, sabi ko maging aggressive kayo, maging dynamic. Kasi ang Pangulo ang naapektuhan dyan, ang administrasyon. Ganun din kayo sa PhilHealth, sa DOH. No? No, ay kagagaling ng ating Pangulo, ng administrasyon, nakasalalay sa inyong malaki. Kaya hindi na kailangan kayo ay punahin pa ng Pangulo o ng Kongreso. You should take the initiative. No? Do your job para may bigay ang tamang serbisyo sa taong bayan at ang ating Pangulo ay hindi mapahamak. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Duly noted, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair.